Lego. It's the original Batman. Original Batman. Oh.
It's V-Kills.
I Gucci on the Prada, see me feeling bad.
Y'all, I cannot believe this. If y'all watched the first video, remember I said I couldn't find my brush? Well, here it is. I go into my studio and it's right on my makeup table. Like, what's going on? First things first is you're gonna get your wig cap. Today I'm using a black wig cap. I don't feel like dealing with makeup and stuff. Actually, most times I'm using a black wig cap for my lace closures. Now, if you were doing a frontal or something, I would say make sure you're doing like a new wig cap and then do the makeup method. But because we're working with closures, we ain't gotta do all that, sis. I push it back to right when it hits my hairline, and as you can tell, I'm going to go in with my edge booster. I'm using the edge booster that says it's for coarse hair, and you're going to do your edges first. So do the edges that you have first, and as you can see, I have a very low hairline, which is why I do not wear frontals. I have a very hard time wearing frontals. You're going to take the edge brush that I cannot open, and you want to make sure that you have a couple utensils for this process. One is going to be the edge brush with the edge control on it, and the second edge brush or toothbrush is going to be the toothbrush for the mousse and when we lay the baby hairs for the wig. I'm taking the edge brush and then I sprayed some water on it just to get it a little wet because this edge control is very thick and made for people with coarse hair. I am swooping my edges down like I usually do. How you do your edges is how you do your edges, sis, okay? I can't tell you about that now. Make sure you get the sideburn part if you have sideburns like I do. After that, we're going to go in with the Got to Be Glued Free Spray. And I know people think that this is actually like glue. Like, y'all, the brand is just called Got to Be Glued. This is not no real glue, okay? I like to put a napkin over my hand to where if it starts to drip a little, I'm able to get that without making my hands super sticky. So I go in like quite a bit with this. See, look, it's dripping. Look at it, dripping down the forehead. But I make sure that I just do the part mainly that my hair is not on. If you get this on your hair, it's perfectly okay. After that, we're going in with a blow dryer. I like to set my blow dryer to the medium setting. You can do a cool setting, but I do not recommend the hot setting at all. The medium setting is the fastest way to get it a little tacky. And you can always check with your hand and make sure, okay, is this tacky? Do I want to add another layer? I usually go in with 2 to 3 layers just because I like to work out every day. And I ain't got time for my wig to be slipping back. So for this part right here, I'm just going to go in again. I don't know if y'all kind of saw before. Y'all can see that it's a little sticky and it's doing a film. I'm doing this for the second time. Like I said, sometimes I do it 2 to 3 times. And then I'm going back in with the blow dryer in the medium heat setting. And I make sure that the blower is on high. Like I said, we are busy bodies. I check to see the tackiness. I grab my wig. This is a very important step. You're going to grab your powder. I'm grabbing the old school MAC Fix Plus powder, and you're going to use a brush, and you're just going to put that powder on your closure wig. See, make sure you get a good bit of powder. I know, girl, I done hit the pan twice over on this thing. Make sure you get a good bit of powder, and you're going to brush it on your wig. And I'm just going to do this down here and come back. So once you do all that, make sure that the wig lace is kind of, I don't want to say saturated in powder, but now it's time for us to put the wig on. This part, be very careful. Put the wig on. Make sure that the front of the wig is not touching your forehead where we put the Got to Be Glued. Now make sure that all the combs are secure, the back combs, the side combs, and then the last part we are going to pull the wig up. Make sure you put your clips down. See, I forgot, y'all. It's the easiest way to put the clips down, and then pull the wig up to your desired area of where you want to go. See, I was like, okay. Now, before you press it in, make sure that's the area that you want it to be. And don't worry about these closure tabs that y'all see on the side of the closure. We're going to get rid of that momentarily. You're going to take your razor that we use, like the little eyebrow razor. It's the best way to cut these, and you're going to cut these tabs off on the side so that they are not sticking out. I am grabbing a pair of tweezers because my nails are too long to grab the tab and cut it off at the same time, which I thought this was pretty beneficial, so I don't know, y'all might want to try. Go ahead and cut this off. Now be very careful. Don't cut your forehead, y'all. So you want to be very, very careful. And I did that for both sides. Now we're going to take the freeze spray again, and we're going to apply another layer on our fingertips this time, and then just dab it on the closure ever so lightly because we didn't lay our baby hairs yet. We just want another protective layer. Next, grab that rat tail comb and we'll comb your hair back away from your face. This is the part that we all have been waiting for. Apply your Nairobi mousse or your argan oil mousse onto your hair. You can take your clips off, push the hair back in the direction that you combed it in with the mousse, and then you're going to part your hair first. Well, after that, you're going to part your hair. So kind of just make sure you kind of get your part where you want it to be. Comb your hair back and then comb it down just to create that voluminous area up front. We're still not going to do the baby hairs yet. After you do that, you're going to grab your hot comb. The hot comb I have is usually on setting 15. At the beginning of this video, I did it on setting 20, and girl, I was burning my scalp, child. Don't do that now. Put it on setting 15, and you're going to go the same exact way that we've been going since we've been plucking the hair and applying the mousse. Make sure that you do the part section after, and you want to get it as flat as possible. I know sometimes it gets a little rigid with your braids, so it is very imperative that you have a flat braid down, especially when you're working with straight or quote-unquote body wave like this hair was supposed to be. But that, that's neither here nor there, sis. It's all right. It's okay. So you're going to do both sides of that, and then last we are going to do the baby hairs. But we're going to make sure our wig is flat first. Now, remember I said sometimes you put your wig on and then you kind of want to pluck it again. See, here it is right here. This is actually the first time I did my baby hairs like this. Usually I do like the middle swoops and whatnot, but I kind of wanted to just mimic the real baby hairs and how I usually would wear my real hair. So I decided to pluck some more on the side while the wig was on my head. And I also took the razor blade and cut little tabs to match my baby hairs that I already had. The reason why I had to pluck some more is because, as you can see, I have a lot of baby hairs and we don't want them to look extra thick. Once I cut the tabs, I sprayed some freeze spray on the comb section, on the comb end of the baby hair comb. And I'm combing it back just so that everything can stay in place. And then I take the Nairobi. This is the secret part because people just use Nairobi, and Nairobi does not hold a damn thing. I don't know why people think Nairobi holds stuff. With the freeze spray and the Nairobi, oh yes, girl, we're going to get into it. So in order to do the baby hairs now, we are taking the Nairobi for the fake hair. Reason being is because Nairobi is super flexible, and if you use regular edge control, it will clump up the baby hairs, and we don't want to do that because it's very hard unclumping baby hairs. Now, if in the event that you do clump these baby hairs together, you can always spray some water, and the Nairobi will loosen up a lot more quicker than a regular edge control will. So we're kind of just mimicking the swoops that I've already created on my baby hair line. As you can see, I kind of just wanted to keep everything consistent and the same. There are many ways to do your baby hairs, y'all, especially with the closure, which is why I love closures. You have everything where you want it to be. Take the freeze spray again, spray it on your finger, and then you're going to lightly pat the entire hairline as well as the baby hairs. This time, I'm not doing swoops in the middle. Now, I usually would bleach this closure one more time because, as you can see, there are little knots. But you know what? I told you I had to wear this thing the next day. I didn't have time to do all that. So once you do that, you're going to take the clips off. Go ahead and you can go ahead and refix anything, fix the closure, make sure it is flat. and then I would go in with my powder to go over the part. Once the camera refocuses, this is the finished look. So I basically just put powder on the front part of it and powder on my part. Now, after I watch this video and do the voiceover, I would fix one side of the baby hairs, but it's okay though. It's okay because my natural baby hairs are swooped this way. So this is how I would wear my hair, and hopefully I can insert some pictures once I actually put some makeup on my face and add a little color. Everything is super seamless. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Stay tuned for Lace Series Part 3. And I love y'all so much. And like I always say, stay true to yourselves.